Alright, we are doing our drawing track series. Been wanting to do this, finally had time to make it happen. And yeah, we're going to run a lot of cars on a track that is now drying up. The rain has just went through. We've got quite a few people out here, not a whole lot of MX-5s, so we may have some people switch over, just take the points hit of missing the first week. But yeah, it will be interesting to see what this turns out. So what I've done is a pit stop is useless, even if you go on to dries, start on wets, go to dries. They take so long that you're not going to gain anything. So to counter that, I have added the fastest lap bonus be 12 points, which is like 4th place points in the race. So that's going to throw a different dynamic into it, and we'll see what happens with it. But we're mixed start, so people will start where they qualify here. This is all a qualifying session for the next 15 minutes. And yeah, track's going to ramp up on speed, and then hopefully we'll have a fun race. But it's going to be a difficult one as we clean the track off a bit, get some of this water out of here. It should get a little easier. I am struggling just because this is not a track that I have ran a whole lot, and I just don't have a whole lot of grip at the moment. But you can see the track's already starting to clear off, getting a line where everyone's driving. So really it's just going to be about managing the tires. It's a 35-minute race. That could provide some overheating issues for those that start on the wet tire. I'm sure everyone's going to start on the wet tire because I don't think we're going to dry it off enough to start on dries to avoid that pit stop. Just because right now it's going to stay cloudy all the way through qualifying, so pretty much the only drying that is happening is from the cars throwing up the water and moving it elsewhere. But yeah, already more grip than the first run that I did in the first 10 minutes. Jacob's just going batshit crazy up there. But as long as you don't get an X, your time counts, and that is going to get you a decent starting spot. So, but I think he lost that with a 1X on the right-hander. There's a little bit of rubber on the track to start with, but I don't know if it all got washed off or not. And in testing sessions that I did with AI, rubber really became a factor once we got to drier track. I didn't actually race, I just watched the AI to see how the track evolved. But I do not want to reset because then I lose all the tire heat. Get in the way a little bit here. Not an easy track in the wet though. And we're going to go to some interesting places. Next week, we're going to Homestead, to the Roval. So you're going to have a banked fast corner that is going to dry up really quick. And that is going to cause a little bit of tire heat, but it could also cause a point where the infield, the wet tires are better, and then the slicks just have a little bit better grip through the banking, although the banking's pretty much a straightaway, so we'll see how that works. Then we're going to some smaller tracks, we're going to Las Vegas infield, which I love that track. It's very flat, so the way it dries out is going to be interesting as well, but we could also get a ton of sunshine there and a lot of heat to make it dry out even more. Go ahead and get out of his way.
Right side.
Get into this open gap here.
54.269.
Oh. That was a big old slide.
Right side. Clear on the right.
It's so hard to see anything coming out of the pit road. Oh, got a wreck up ahead, and that just stops this lap because that was never going to be good to drive into. But yeah, we've got 9.5 minutes left. Track isn't really drying that much. I mean, I put the track wetness on the weather thing, but I don't think that's actually showing up because it's below the screen, so I'll have to adjust that. I don't think he's going to be able to stay in the grass, but hopefully he can. He did. So yeah, my goal is just stay out here as much as I can, just because I'm really down on speed, so keeping heat in the tires. Track's not going to dry off too much to the point where we're hurting these tires.
.512.
Big slide there. I'm wondering if I need to take traction control down. I hate how this traction control reacts, but I instantly died when I took it all the way off earlier when it was still raining. Got through the corner a little better. I figured that would be the place it dried out the quickest, soonest, just because it's gonna run down so quickly with that the banking on the uphill there, or the, what word am I looking for? Jesus, it's a trucking industry word. The grade of the hill. Brain is not operating at full capacity. But we're going a little bit quicker this lap. This should hopefully shoot us up a bit. The pit road entry is a bitch. I do not want to deal with that. Up to 6 now. Oh, drove it in too deep. Traction control kicked in, and traction control is so shitty on this car that when it kicks in, you wreck. But when you get going again, you have traction. Looks like it's going to be a difficult race right now. A lot of incidents happening, but this is mainly an oval group, so not unexpected. Just going to have to back up everything. Actually, let's just take traction control down to 0 and see what happens now. was expecting that to happen to me. It didn't. Alright, it's not bad. Now if we get offline or on the curbs, I'm sure it's going to be a little worse. Track's drying out quickly. That's the key element I'm getting out of this is we have Billy got the wall, so I don't feel so bad. Yeah, we don't need traction control anymore. That's good. We've got how many minutes left? 4.5. Don't need to really avoid the inside of the turns anymore. They were pooling up pretty bad, but we're good now. Not sure we're going to set a faster lap though.
52.055.
And we got the sun breaking through, so things are going to ramp up quickly in the race. But we're nowhere near starting on dry tires. So that's going to make that fastest lap bonus key. If you're at the top 5 and you're just way quicker, you may be able to come away with it. Yeah, it's a little bit of traction issue there. Red just getting out of our way here, and now I'll probably just spin out into the corner.
51.54.
Alright, so we can put this lap in. Nope. Hello, goodbye. And we're done with qualifying because we won't get the tires warmed up. Alright, so what is the current situation? Sean Hayden up front, then we've got 4 MX-5s in the top 9. But they will start to fade as the track dries. It's kind of weird how their car reacts to the drying track. Yeah, we got 31 cars registered and we got 31 people in here, so pretty awesome turnout. Thanks to everyone for showing up. Figured Friday nights would probably be the easiest while it's cold. Then we don't have to compete with Sundays with Super Bowl and NASCAR starting and all the other fun stuff. But yeah, hopefully it will be a good race. Oh shit, I didn't even think about that. Let's see. We are doing 51-second laps, so 35 minutes. Speeds are only going to get faster. 35 divided by, well, actually 35 times 60 divided by, let's go 48. We're going to do 43.7 laps times that by 0.15, 6.5 gallons. Oh, and things have spread out now up front. Everyone's getting faster and faster. Let me see if I can get this up here. There we go. Now you can see the wetness. But we're 50 seconds away from moving on. The checkered flag's out, so now it's just waiting for people to finish up their lap. And we are starting right next to Gavin, but we are not racing Gavin. I'm gonna go 7.5. This really is not gonna matter. I'm just on the default set. I haven't tried anything. That is not going to be the key for me in this type of racing. We are going to add a full pace lap because this does like a half pace lap from the back, and I want everyone to be able to drive around once just to see the conditions, because 5-minute break in between qualifying and the race is going to change things up a little bit. But yeah, we are going with wet. Track wetness is still above half, so unless it updates. Yeah, we won't let them know if they've got the info tab. All right, well, let's get out here. We are
One lap to green.
to
Line up on the right side. The estimated strength of field is 1,681. Closed. Pit road is closed.
gonna up.
It's competitive out there. Head down, stay sharp.
Up that to 1 lap of pace lap. Otherwise, we'd be starting this time around. So, like I said, I want everyone to be able to get a whole lap in.
Five cars left to grid.
A lot more cars than I thought
Still
we were
waiting
going to
on
get.
2 cars to grid.
Unfortunately, not an even split of the
Waiting on the final car to grid.
classes, but
Everyone's gridded.
always going to be difficult with that. Plus, the Toyota, I feel, is just so much easier to drive.
Hang on, we're not going green. Not going green. Hang on, we're not going green. Not going green.
Got the BMW pacing us.
Catch up, 21 car. Catch up, 35 car. One to go, next time by.
Alrighty. Now everyone's going to get a good idea. There's still a lot of spray coming off, but that doesn't mean anything in iRacing, although they are finally looking into it to try to make it a little better. I mean, to me, it should be something that's pretty easy. You base the spray off of the amount of water on the track. If the data is saying, you know, like 1%, then 1% of the spray animation. but that's probably not how things work. Get the wipers ready though, and see what kind of mess we get into turn 1. Hopefully not, but it is going to be a difficult type of racing.
Get ready, going green. Pace car is off, time to do your job.
35 minutes though. It's going to feel like a pretty long race, but with this many cars on this short of a track, there's going to be people around us most of the time. We're getting maybe 3 and 4 wide here. I'm going to just stay out wide. Everyone's good through the first turn. Got debris popping up here. Careful on those curves. We got one off to our left.
Clear on the left.
We're all good. So yeah, the weather should be slowly going to more clear. Nearly ran into Gavin there.
Car on your left.
Got jammed up here behind the Castrol car. At the moment, though, I'm in 10th in my class.
4.164. Car right.
Oh, is Dakota
Still there.
doing dry tires again?
Right. Clear on the right.
He's got to be.
Car on the right.
Someone has had an off. I don't think they got into the barriers, though. Yeah, I think this one was way too wet to start off on dry tires. At Okayama, when we did a week 13 race, it was fine, but this is a bit much. Oh, Billy's on wet or on dries possibly, or just had a moment.
54.008.
Not sure.
Right side.
Got onto the puddles on the inside.
Clear on the right.
Not that there's big puddles in there, but it's more rain. Oh no, Joe and Billy just came together. They're getting going though, and we've lost. Everyone has vanished behind us. What has happened? The dry tires just held things up a ton.
The car in P2 just set the fastest lap.
Jacob appears to be going slower than normal as well, so yeah, a lot of people. It is a good idea because the pit stop is just too long for it to ever matter. But you're going to need the track to dry up very quickly. I don't even know how they're even staying out there. We got John flying up here.
Right side. Keep to the left. Clear.
All right. Well, we've got essentially clear track ahead of us.
The car in P1 just set the fastest lap. 49.997.
We look to have enough fuel.
53.651.
But as these times get quicker, I'm not sure. We got to be careful here that now that we're going quicker, I don't just drive off. Let's take it easy though. P7 right now. Got a yellow flag. That's gone away. Christopher, unfortunately, is on pit road.
1.19.
So yeah, I think most of the rubber got washed off the track because the racing line doesn't feel terrible. That wall, it wants to smash my front end.
51.187. You got a slow car on the right.
Let's take it easy, because no idea what we're coming around to. Oh, curb. We're all good. We're all good. Be back here with the dry tires. We didn't hit anything. Just lost a lot of track position.
Car on your left. The car in P1 just set the fastest lap. 49.761. Still there. Hold your line.
Turn the wipers off. Yep, the curb bit us. I get too comfortable with it all. Now we know. Big mistake. Pointless mistake.
3.12.
Jacob is still just struggling here. I don't think it's going to turn around for him, but they may be able to pick up fastest lap. But by the time it does dry out, will they have tire left? Because they're still eating up tire, so track is under 50% wetness now.
50.631.
Oh, Brett's went around. I feel like Brett and I just run the same race every time we're together.
Car on your left. Keep to the right. Clear.
All right. That part's really drying out. Front stretch has dried out quite well. Not that you need it.
51.9.
Other than in the braking zone. But yeah, the down the hill bit, it is staying dicey. The curves are going to be hell. I'm interested in Las Vegas because the curves are so elevated that they shouldn't hold any water. But they're so massive, I don't think you even want to touch them anyways, so. Yeah, I'm not sure how that track's going to work out. It could just pool up massively around the bottom of them. Air temp, 73. We got 12-mile-an-hour wind, so that will help with the drying. And like I said, it's going to clear up as we go. But the sun is very low because it's morning, so I don't know if it's going to have much of an impact. And I'm going to randomly change time of day and how the weather comes in and out for each week, so it's a little bit different and you never really fully know.
50.085.
But we still got 24 minutes left, and the track is drying out quickly. The bad part is, position-wise, we can't pit. Like, we will never get back into position like this. So if I pit, it's to try to get fast lap, but I don't think I have the skill to do that. So not sure that will be a thing we do. So you can see this dry looks wet here, but it's the next point of dry where the ground is starting to reflect differently, but it looks wetter. It's a weird little part of the way this works. Hopefully we told Jim enough fuel.
The car in P3 just set the fastest lap, 49.078. Car right.
This curb should be dry.
Clear.
You know what? I'm gonna put some water on my tires down the straight, because we are getting to the point where heat is gonna start building up in our tires. Got a yellow flag. Someone just went way off left there.
Car stops on the right. Go right.
That is Mark. He is in 4th in class. So yeah, every Friday other than the 14th for the next 7 weeks, and 6 races in that.
You got a slow car on the right.
Getting a lot more issues. I think this is where the MX-5s start having a lot of problems going fast. Kind of seemed like Justin was struggling at Okayama during this phase of the drying. But yeah, the track pace is picking up. Looks like Bryce is headed in.
Go left.
Oh yeah. Do this. I've already forgotten my plan of keeping the tires cool. We've still got 21 minutes of racing left, and it is drying out very quickly. We'll know for sure once we start hearing the dry tire guys setting fast laps in positions behind us. We'll know that that's the crossover point. Charlie, new to the league. He is now in 4th in the MX-5s.
49.527.
Got a car coming out of the pits. That is Bryce. He'll have an opening to get through onto the track. And I again forgot to drive on the wet line down the straight. My attention span is extremely low, apparently.
Car stops on the right.
Oh, shit.
Right side, the car in P4.
Oh.
Just set the fastest lap.
Got Chad around, and he's in a really bad spot there.
Car stops on the right.
Alright, into the water.
50.494.
And then back to heating him up. We are closing in on Brett. Gavin's 6 seconds ahead, but that isn't actually for position, but it would still feel good to catch him and pass him. Even though our car's getting faster than his car at this point. And 19 minutes left. So
49.568.
we've got class leader coming up on us. That is ridiculous. He may be able to pit and still finish ahead of us. Not quite dry enough to attack that, but this hill all the way up is getting really dry.
It's now a dry session.
Yep, there we go. So,
49.3.
will the people on dry tires have anything left? Or are they too far behind for it to even matter? With 20 laps or so left, I think they have enough time. But wet tires are still setting fast laps. Unless Sean wasn't.
Just set the fastest lap. 48.84. The car in P4.
Oh, Jesus.
Just set the fastest lap.
Track has picked up pace, apparently. Everyone's setting fast laps. Alex heading into the pits. John is in the pits. They did not watch Okayama to see that pit stop is hell. I think, from what I've seen around me at least, it's been a clean race. I know that there was something that happened behind us that created a big checkup.
You got a slow car on the left. The car in P17. Just set the fastest lap. 48.6.
There it is. Dry tires coming alive.
4, 5, 6.
Holy shit. I was braking half on dry, half on wet, and it did not like that. So the MX-5s are in a weird spot because there's so few of them that pitting isn't going to be as bad. Oh, Brett had to, I think Brett was just avoiding the wrecked car. Hopefully he didn't get damage. I think he got through that without damage. Just gonna brake on the wet since I'm having so many issues. We're in 6th place. You see all the MX-5s ahead of us. Holy shit. A whole lot of debris in that corner now. I have a lot of debris over here as well. 15 minutes to go at the line.
The car in P13 just set the fastest lap. 48.34.
48.3. It's about a second and a half quicker than me. They are way far behind me.
50.196.
So I think.
The car in P1 just set the fastest lap.
And Sean's still doing fast laps.
Hey, you got a slow car
Ridiculous.
on the right.
Alex is heading off, or no, that's Chris.
Car right.
Thank
Clear
you.
on the right.
Getting brave on the curves that look dry, but who knows if they are. Brett is catching back up after his
49.
avoidance.
859.
But yeah, Sean's still setting fast laps from what I assume is wet tires.
The car in P8 just set the fastest lap. 48.088.
That's not good. This P8 is much closer to us. That is Jacob. He is 6 seconds behind us.
The car in P11 just set the fastest lap. 47.9.
Who the hell knows who's going to get that bonus? But a top 10 would pay decent points, so we're just going to stick with it.
49.241.
I'm going to quit worrying about tire heat because I don't think I'm going fast enough for it to even matter.
Right side.
See if we can get Gavin to back off.
Keep to the left. Clear on the right.
I just slow us both down badly. Holy shit. Brett is on a mission.
Slow car ahead. Car stop on the left. Go right. .883. The car in P1 just set the fastest lap. 47.
That is ridiculous that he's still competing with the tires. That curb still sucks.
The leader is coming up.
And Brett has just fucking turned on the jets.
47.46.
These are his conditions, apparently.
.821. The car in P8 just set the fastest
Tricked me
lap.
into overdriving.
.156. Car on your left.
Off.
Still there. Clear on the
He's
left.
got so much more speed than us. Oh, but he goes off.
Left side. Still there. Clear. Left side. Stay on the right. Stay on the right.
Stay alive for a second.
Clear.
We weren't racing Gavin. Brett was way quicker. Jacob's going to be way quicker with his dry tires. Brett hit the wall, though.
788.
Gavin's just trying not to get wrecked by any of us. Yep, that curb sent him. Jacob's unlapping himself now. So much debris on the track. Everyone's been having issues in that section. All right, we got 10 minutes left. I didn't really have a need to pass. I think at the moment we don't have anyone behind us that's looking super quick for position, so I'm not concerned. I will take 8th place because I don't think I can pit and go faster. John, who was ahead of us, he made the bad call of pitting. Didn't realize he was going to lose so much time. And he gets loose. I think that was traction control kicking in. But it's a learning process for us all, and it's going to be slightly different each week, so this week, starting out on dries did not pay off.
The car in P9 just set the fastest lap, 46.758.
But one of them may get fastest lap as long as someone doesn't pit and get fresh dries right at the end to do it, which could happen. Which would be a good strat for almost everyone. 10th on back.
48.439.
Especially if they're too far back to catch up into the top 10. It really doesn't like that wet patch by the wall on the right front.
Right side. Clear on the right.
And John is just, he gets some bad snaps happening. But yeah, the whole race I've been at traction 0. So take that crap off if you're in the GR86, because it sucks. It's fine in the rain, but once it goes dry, or even starts to dry, it sucks so bad because it just wrecks you more than helps you. That is why there's so much debris over here. Oh, Jacobs went off. That's a spot.
Right side. Clear on the right.
Let go. Not racing him, so no need to battle him. Just hope he doesn't get one of his snaps right in front of us. Track wetness is in the yellow, whatever that might mean. But I mean, it's clearly a dry line all the way around. Raymond right now in 15th, dropping to 16th here. Jacob 3.2 seconds back. I think those the dry tires though, they just, if you hit a patch, especially when you're pushing it really hard, it just goes bad. So I think that is why we haven't really seen a lot of movement. Plus they lost so much time because they were so slow early on. That is part of the game. If we we were in F1 cars where you could come in and get a quick pit stop, cool, but since we're in these, it takes 40 seconds to do all 4. It's just not feasible.
Right side, clear.
You know what it was? I was hitting that painted line. I think that's why I was having the slides near the wall.
Car in P9, just set the fastest lap. 46.701. Car on your left, clear on the left.
Oh, there's so much rubber on the outside.
Clear.
Do not go out there. Holy shit. I didn't realize how much rubber had built up. I had forgotten that was going to be a thing. Because we've got this wet tire on this dry track, and yeah, that outside line is getting really, it's not only damp, it's covered in marbles and creating a very bad scenario. It's giving free tickets to the wall. Ooh, that was a weird freeze up. Billy, 3 seconds behind us. Looks like he's gonna catch us. How many more are there back there? Doesn't look like there's any more. But I'm not sure we're in a good points position. But I don't think it's worth it for me to try to go for fastest lap. Plus, there's only 3 minutes left in this race. Fucking pit stop will take like 2.5 minutes of that, so I think we just keep going and hope that he has a mistake. But it's Billy. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think points, I can't remember if points stop paying at 10.
46.285.
I forgot how I set it up. I know it's kind of top heavy like F1, and then you've got the fastest lap, which I don't even know who's got it now. It's one of these people. They may be the points leader because of starting on dries and getting into the top 10. So they may end up earning more than the race winner. But, yep, this one's over with. We're not holding him off for 2 laps.
47.913. Left side.
Not even worth putting myself in a bad spot. Had I not had that off, we would have beat him. But since we had the off, we get a 9th place. As long as I don't create another off. Got Shane in 2nd, and we just had Garrett on the grass there. Rubber, debris, everything was just flying around here. Track dried out a ton, and 15 minutes into the race, so, but it had stopped raining like 40 minutes before that, and had a ton of cars on track. We've never had this many people show up. Let Shane go. Well, he wasn't ready for that.
Car on your left.
And I get the marbles. Should be 2 to go this
Just got
time.
the white
Nope,
flag.
white.
That means
Sweet.
one more lap to go.
Oh my god. Getting in the marbles. It's killing me. So Matthew is in 10th. Sage is in 11th.
52.626.
Hayden's cooling his tires on the straights. I gave up on that. It wasn't going to help us. He's got no chance of catching Shane, so I'm not going to get too concerned about getting out of his way. Alex off in the grass.
You got a slow car on the right. Right side. Clear on the right.
And there we go. The first race is completed.
Car stop on the left.
Sean gets the win. Shane second. Hayden third.
All right, let's check it back.
I think Alan got the MX-5
Good
over
job.
Justin.
Very good job.
We'll have to take a look at that and see. Gavin gets third. It's going to be interesting to watch his back. But, yep, Alan gets the win in MX-5. Fastest lap time, I don't know. We'll find that out once we look at points. Incident-wise, Alex up there with 26. He did not have a good day. Dakota's probably shooting himself in the foot, or kicking himself right now for shooting himself in the foot, because he was quick, but he just struggled too much on the dry tires at the start, and I think he might have had some contact, which sent him further back. But overall, not a bad race. Let's head back and check out what all happened. I don't know. I don't know what the call is there. But we've got Jim hitting a curb going around. Up front, Shane still finishes second, even though he did that. Dakota, this is behind us, and oh, the car getting around him runs into him. He heads off into the dirt. Chad, and then the MX-5 pushes out wide. They make contact, and then he's got a car in the middle of the road. Then we got Christopher going around, trying to get around that car, and he gets into the dirt. Bryce, I don't know if he is on dry tires or what, but he locked him up hard and then just stack up as everyone comes in. Billy, this was when he was having pain. He gets on that curb and it just slides him out, and he gets into Joe. Joe ends up getting, oh, Joe got 23rd. Shit, what happened to him? I know it wasn't that wreck. Charlie gets the wall. Brett and Jacob, and they're both overseas, so their pings are massive. Even though they're closer to each other than they are to everyone else, it's still got to go all the way to Ohio and back. Oh, wow. Big break moment. Oh, and then he gets kind of pushes up there, gets into Billy. Hayden gonna push wide into the wall. Ryan going around again down here. Bryce still just getting overdrive there. Dakota and Billy, and oh, that is why Dakota did not have a good race, because he got that bad underbrake spin. Brett goes for a slide. Ooh, Joe's still out there. That is Billy getting lapped violently. Yeah, that pass is just so hard to make with that wet curb. You just gotta wait. You can't go for it. Alex out by the wall, gets the wall. Same thing for Billy. That curb got so many people. Whether it was just sending them or pushing them wide or spinning them. Raymond's gonna grab the wall. I don't even think he actually did. We got Mark. He was having a good run. He goes around. Chad is gonna hit that curb. Carter into the wall. Yeah, Homestead is gonna be a whole different situation. Because this, we're all on top of each other. And wow, Alex just destroys Chad there. That was weird. And then Chad just gets stuck in a horrible spot there.
Race control.
Charlie goes around. And Alex is going to grab the wall again. Sean, as the leader, little wall hit. And we didn't even talk about John, who finished 4th. Mark pushing out. He's in the marbles and the wet and goes around. That is just doubly dangerous out there. And that is where Brett, oh wow, how Brett didn't go flipping. And man, Gavin almost got into it. We got Warren in here. We didn't even see him in this race. He was in 5th. Garrett going around. Christopher, that curb, I mean, it got us as well. Raymond out in the marbles. And then contact there with him and Lance. And John. Alex backing off here. Gets out into the marbles a little bit on entry, and there's some debris, and he might have even grabbed the dirt. Oh no. Okay, he crosses him. Probably the best thing to do. And Sage out in the debris. That debris was bad. I can't believe how much it affected things. Jim, he's out finding it and finding out that it on top of water, bad. Alex finding that wall some more. Jacob, he goes wide and goes for a slide. Wade out in the debris. Alex is in the wrong turn, I think, is what happened there. That looked like he thought he was somewhere else. Raymond out in the debris. He was just trying to get out of our way, though. It looked like Warren's going to find it as well. Carter just got on it a little too early there. Lance as well. Lance had a good run, though. 13th place. And, oh, him and Brett come together, but it was more prediction code. Hayden trying to use a little bit of the inside of the curb to get him around. Didn't help. Everyone's just struggling with that exit. Garrett now has found this corner to have a little spin in. Uh-oh. Leader out in the debris, but... oh, he still doesn't back it off. He just tries to drive through it rather than backing it off. John, he had a good run going until he pit, but now he knows. Justin into the wall as well. And that's the race. Sean celebrating. All right, let's take a look at these results. So, what we got is 2 classes and points for them. Fastest lap goes to Jacob, who ends up with 21 points, which puts him in 3rd. let's go to classes. That'll separate things for us. So I end up with 6 points, so it was good that I didn't pit. It looks like it pays down all the way to 13th, and then everything else is 1 point for showing up. But if you're in one of these 1 point spots and go out and get the fastest lap, then that's 14 points, which would put you up here in 5th. So it's key for those people. If your race has been ruined for something, try to set that fast lap. In the MX-5s, Alan gets the win, and fastest lap point goes to Justin. So Justin's actually ahead of him in points. It's a funky situation, but that's just how it's going to be. But had someone back here decided to go for it, and we might see some of the people in the GR86 that got 1 point decide to go over to the MX-5 because it might be a little bit easier to get some points. But it's 2 separate points systems, so it's not like it's going to add them up. Let's take a look at the standings because I have no idea how the standings are shown for multi-class. I guess it is shown that way. So, I don't, that's, how do I sort by class? Well, I will have to keep track of it myself to make this a little more clear. That's kind of annoying because I think if someone switches cars, they will keep the points that they're in. So I think I'm going to track the points myself because it's not, I thought we were going to have 2 different standings there. Doesn't look like that's a thing. So here's the schedule though. We go to Homestead, Road Course B. Then we go to Las Vegas, Infield, Long. Then we go to Olton, Foster's. Then we go to the tiny, tiny, tiny C course. And then finish it off at Brands Indy. So, yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed the race. And I hope it's a good watch. And we got 5 more of these to come. Thanks for watching.